Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode from the Hermitcraft server. And look at this. This is a thing of beauty. This is Cubfan's netherwort farm that he built relatively recently. I just harvested half the farm and got all of this netherwort. Just got done replanting it. It does take a while to replant. Netherwort's kind of a hard thing to automate because pretty much no matter what, you gotta plant it manually. But this farm is fantastic. Essentially, he's got, I think, 5 levels? Several levels. Let's see. 1, 2, actually here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels to this thing is what it looks like. Maybe 8. 7 or 8 levels. I'm thinking 8 levels. And then when you press a button inside, it sends water down and sends all the netherwort to where you want it to go. So you can collect it, and this is how much you get from half the farm after replanting. I may even, nope, I don't have any more in my ender chest, but that's pretty ridiculous. Like, that's a lot. That is a lot of netherwort. Let's see, can I get up there? Nah, oh, okay, that worked. Also, I wanted to fly by the White District over here and just take a peek at this. This is Scar's courthouse that he's been working on, and it is looking absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Look at this build. This is just gorgeous. Can I please, like, hop? Thank you. This is looking beautiful. I can't wait to see this build when it's done. It's going to be amazing. Looks like there's still a lot of work left to do, but it's really coming along, and you can kind of get a feel for it. Scar, man, blows my mind every time. But what I want to do in today's episode is I actually want to return to kind of an old project that we haven't touched in quite a while, and that is in the Nether. Let's kind of head... Do I have any... I should probably make sure I have... Ooh, good thing I checked. Okay, so do I have any diamonds in here? I've got 8. Okay, that will be enough, I think. I think it will be. I shouldn't need a lot of this, but we are going to head over here to the Logfella's shop, and I'm just going to get a little bit of wood, just a little. Let's see. Let's just grab. Let's just grab some acacia. Oh, actually, let's put some of this stuff in here. I'll grab two acacia. That should be enough. And we'll just do some of that. There we go. Okay, so now I should have, hey, come back you. Now I should have some of the stuff I need. So a while back, we were making pathways in the Nether. Quite a long time ago. It was kind of towards the beginning. I don't remember what episode it was, but it was towards the beginning of the season. And since then, we haven't really touched it at all. And I kind of want to take a look and see if we need to revise that, or if we don't need to revise it, I want to kind of continue the project. It has been a really long time since we've touched it, so it may need revision. I really don't know. There's also a lot of new stuff here. I haven't actually had a chance to get on the server for about a week, just because work, schedule, life. Rainbow Tunnel, I'm pretty sure this goes to Exuma and Iskal's sheep farm that they made. Yeah, sheep farm. I like the rainbow pattern. It's very fitting for that. And then there's heads just everywhere, which is also pretty fantastic. This is Iskal's base. Same theme, very nice. Must be just a little storage room. I kind of want to just explore this episode. Like, there's so many new things that I haven't seen. A floating mumbo head. X's witch farm. Ooh, that'll be nice. The olicopter. Man, there's so many things. Anyway, I want to remember... I wish I could remember where the... Ooh, is this... This might be it. Maybe? Maybe not. I'm trying to remember where the Blaze farm is, or where the Nether portal fortress thing is. And it might be out this way? I don't know. I'm not sure. Passive mob farm. Biffa's tunnel thing. 4x. Let me see if I can find it, and I'll come back to you in a minute. Alright guys, I am back. I found it. I see it in the distance over there. So it's in kind of a this way direction. So let's see. This is Mumbo's old portal. This goes towards something. Let's see. What's down here? So this is towards the blue district. Okay, so we got Iskal's portal. The sheep farm going that way. And that's False's maybe, so that can't be claimed. X's witch farm. This one may be unclaimed. I mean, Impulse is up there, so I don't know. I'm thinking if Impulse is up there, it's probably not available. This is probably going to be Impulse's tunnel. But if we go off in this direction, and by the way, having an elytra makes this a million times easier, just like getting around the Nether. It's so much easier. If we go this way, we've got this kind of bridge here that leads all the way to a really big Nether fortress over here. However, this path was made at the time that our Nether hub was up at this level, not down at that level. So it doesn't, this path doesn't really do all that much good anymore. I mean, it kind of does, but at the same time, it's not nearly as useful as it once was, because, let's be honest, you don't really need to go up there. You need to go that way. Hi. Ow. That wasn't very nice. Stupid blaze. Leave me alone. So I think well, and this is, ow. And this isn't the best looking bridge either. I'm thinking we may want to revise this a bit. This looks lovely. I really like this. This little part right here, not so much. But this is a project we started a really, really long time ago, and since then, we haven't really touched it. And I'm thinking that now that we're in 1.10, and there's some pretty cool new Nether blocks to play around with, I was kind of thinking it might be fun to work on this a bit. So, let me get a few things together. Let's throw down a crafting bench right about here. Let's make a double chest, like so. I'm going to put all this nether wart in here. And we'll grab the rest of it as well. There we go. And then, ooh, actually, you know what? I think, I seem to remember Zombie Cleo has a nether brick store in the brown district. I'm going to go check that out. I think these 6 diamonds are the only diamonds I have to my name, but I could go mine for a while if I needed to, and it wouldn't be the end of the world. I'm going to leave this stuff right here, though, because that's where I need it to be. So anyway, I'm going to get some stuff together for this project, guys, and I'll come back to you in just a little bit. All right, guys, I am in the brown district, and I'm looking around. I know, like, I believe I know, if I remember correctly, Zombie Cleo has a nether brick farm somewhere here. Oh, this looks like the amount. 3 diamonds a stack. That's actually not bad, because red nether brick is really, really kind of a pain. Is this, I'm not sure if this is her nether brick farm. I thought they were selling regular nether brick as well, but maybe not. Maybe it's just this. Either way, this is what I need. So, we are going to grab our last diamonds right there, and I'm going to take those, and we're going to make use of those today. So, yeah, that is the plan. They do look really good with the bone blocks. I wonder how they look. How do they look with, like, andesite and stone? Not bad. Not bad. They're very high contrast, but that's okay. I think I'm going to need to get more diamonds so that I can get this thing going. Or maybe just smelt up a ton of nether brick, one or the other. Alright guys, I am back, and I didn't actually go mining. I remembered that in the Dwarven base, I was smelting up netherrack and getting nether brick. So we actually have a ton of nether brick, which is awesome. And we can use that with the nether wart that we got from Cubfan's farm to get red nether brick. By the way, Cubfan is online right now, and I told him how amazing his nether brick farm was. So what I want to do is I want to kind of work on this design a bit, and I'm thinking we're going to change this up as well. We'll probably leave this bridge here, honestly. I actually really like the bridge itself, and it's kind of a cool thing, and it sticks out, but we don't need to be up at that elevation, really, unless we're going, I think that portal leads to a mega taiga, I think, in there. And we don't really need to be there. We need to be down, like, at this level. So I think we are going to change this a bit. As for this clay, not really loving it. So I'm thinking we're probably going to do something different there as well. I don't know exactly what. I like the idea of lining it with some sort of block, but that yellow clay is not really a good look. So let's just see here. One thing we could potentially do is we could take some of these stone brick slabs like so, and I just kind of want to see how this looks. If we tear this up, let's just kind of get rid of some of this yellow stained clay here so we can kind of get a feel. We'll just tear that away. There we go. And if we put some of this red nether brick here, how does that look? It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. It looks better than it did. It's better. It's definitely better than the yellow nether brick for sure. And then I'm thinking what we would probably do. Let's make a few of those guys. I'm thinking we would probably kind of detail this a little bit. And just kind of try and cover up some of that color, just because it's such it's really kind of an in-your-face color. It really is, which isn't necessarily all bad, but what I think we really want is more of a pop of color rather than an overwhelming sort of thing. I think, though, if we're well, you know, and here's another option, too. Here's something else we didn't consider. We could use the nether brick as the path block. So you would walk on the red nether brick, and then it does actually look pretty good next to regular nether brick. Oh, hi. Like, these two actually go pretty well together. Although that's a little high. And then I'm going to go through this nether brick supply really fast, which is never a good thing. And I don't want to tear this away because there's people doing things there. But let's just try this out. Let's just make some regular. Actually, you know what? Let's make like half a stack. That should be good. And I'm going to do nether brick slabs. So we'd have kind of a path like this, which isn't a bad look. This is really kind of a cool look. But at the same time, it's kind of dull, kind of boring to just have these, and that's it. So it's, once again, not really giving me the look that I'm wanting. What if we did the opposite? What if we put regular nether brick as the path, like so, and then the red nether brick as our railing guide block thing. Like this. There we go. I'm just going to put that back. And then we go like that, I think. Okay. That's not terrible. And then is this the recipe for nether brick fences? I can never remember. I forget what it is. Because it's a different recipe. I forget what the... I'm going to have to look it up. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I am back. So, this is the recipe for nether brick fences. And at least you get 6, because if you only got 3, that would be brutal. But, what we could maybe do is something like that that's very simple. It doesn't look terrible. And then, if we wanted, we could also line this like so. On the outside, although that's going to be a really big road. So I don't know about that either. Man, I don't know. I'm wanting to use these blocks, but at the same time, I'm not really liking the way that this is looking either. And the idea of using this much nether brick is kind of daunting, because this path is going to have to go all the way over there, and nether brick is really kind of a pain to get. Like, it takes a long time to smelt up all that netherrack. I'm doing it right now in my single-player world in Kingdoms to work on my nether tunnel there, and man, it takes a while. So, maybe we try something a little different. I have another idea that we'll give this one a go. So let's grab our stone brick slabs, and we'll come down right about here, I think. That seems a good spot. We'll come down here, and we'll kind of bring the road out this way, right? And I like the 2-wide road. I think a 2-wide road is I think that's a good size. That feels about right. It doesn't feel too big. It doesn't feel too small. I think 2-wide road is a good choice. So then, we've got that going. We could take... What if we were to use, like, regular stone along here? Like this. And then every so often, we would do something like that. That's such high contrast, though. Like, it's not bad, but it's not really awesome either. Although, there is one other brick that we could try that could be kind of cool. Let me go get some. I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, I am back. And we are in the Nether. And we're in a part of the Nether that nobody has been to yet. Previously unloaded chunks. Or previously unexplored chunks, I guess. And we are here to get a whole bunch of magma blocks. They're actually really easy to get in the Nether, as long as you can find a place to get them. And since the server was started in 1.9, you gotta go out quite a ways. You have to go out quite a ways to get them, but that's okay. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. And I'm thinking we might be able to just make this work. So let's just get some of this. There we go. And we'll just kind of do... I'm good over here, right? Yeah. And I know that I can shift on top of them and not take damage, but the damage is pretty minimal, so I'm not super worried about it. We'll just kind of... Oh, that's a problem. That's a problem. Hole plug. There we go. Whew. I wonder, it almost seems as if they don't burn in lava. That's kind of interesting. But the thing is, when you find them out in the wild, so to speak, there's so many. Like, the veins of these things are just ridiculous. Like, they're bigger. I'm pretty sure they're bigger than, like, andesite, diorite, granite veins. Like, they're massive. I mean, I haven't even gotten this whole vein because it's, you know, half of it's being held back by lava. But I mean, we're talking 3.5 stacks just from that little section. And since they're insta-mine with, like, even an efficiency 4 pick, yeah, it's not hard to get a lot of these things really quickly. And I know I could buy them from Rendog, but why buy them from Rendog when I can get them here for much, much cheaper, especially since I don't have any diamonds. So, yeah. Okay, so that's a pretty good amount of magma blocks. I think I'm going to get a little bit more, and then I'm going to go ahead and I will head back. All right, guys, I am back, and we've got a ton of these magma blocks now, so that's pretty fantastic. Here's what I'm thinking. So let's tear these up right here, and then we'll grab some of the magma blocks and put those along the side like this. Right? So this gives us kind of a very nethery path. We can put stone brick on top of that, maybe? Maybe not. Don't really like that depth change, or that little texture change right here. Although, there's my stairs. It might work a little better if we did something like this. No, that's too high. That's too high. That needs to be... How can we... I suppose the other option... Here's something else. We could maybe take some of the red nether brick and do, like, little pillars, right? So, like, every 2 blocks or 3 blocks or, you know, something along those lines. We could do kind of like a little thing like this. Man, that's so clashy, though. That's so clashy. Ugh. I'm trying really hard to make something using these blocks that actually works, but the struggle is real. Man. I am not doing amazingly well at it. That's a little better. It's a little less high contrast. Still can't say it's beautiful, but it's a little better. And there's the slabs. Do. Yeah, that's not horrendous. I could live with that. We have to bring those up. That might work. Maybe. That might work. Actually, this isn't bad. You get a little pop of color. I mean, realistically, it's not going to look as good from the outside. You know. Well, actually, it still doesn't look too bad. And I bet if we did something like that, it would look better. Yeah, that's not terrible. It's definitely different. It's definitely different than what we were doing before. Which is a good thing, I think. There we go. And then that leads over here. It's going to be really hard to do those pillars on that section, since this is not a supported bridge, so I don't know how I'm going to do that. Or if I'll do that. I might just stop it, like, right here. But let me get this filled in for the rest of this little area, and we'll see if we like it. All right, guys, I think we got it figured out. And I'm liking this. I tweaked it a little bit. So I took this bottom one here and swapped that out for the red nether brick, which I think looks pretty good. And then on the outside of where it would have been the red nether brick, I put the stair there. Because I don't think this looks horrible, but I think this looks really good. And then you still get a little tiny bit of that red nether brick, which is pretty cool. And I am starving to death in the nether. Oh, this could be bad. Okay, well, I'm going to have to run back to get, I'm going to have to run back. Oh, just my luck. Okay, I'm going to have to run back to get more stone anyway. So I guess... Oh, I should be okay. I should be okay. Oh, I put my arrow... Did I put my arrow in here? Yes, I need that. Where'd that gas go? There he is. No! Don't hit my build. Whew! Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna head back to the hub, get some stone, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, I am back, and I've got this worked out, and I'm liking it. I need to figure out a better option for this staircase for kind of bringing it down a full block at a time. It doesn't quite work because the problem is I've been doing, brick, but if I put a brick here and here, it runs directly into the magma block next to it, and it looks pretty derp. It looks pretty bad. So I'm going to have to figure out something else for this little staircase section right here. It's fine if it's a half block elevation change like we did right here, for example. That's perfectly fine. It's the full block ones that are not quite normal. They look a little out of place, but that's okay. So what we're doing here, and I think we'll bring that up like right here, like this, because we want this to come up to there. And what we can do is that. Oh, that didn't work. How would we... I guess we'd bring it up here instead. Like this? Right? That still feels really awkward, though. Why does that feel so awkward to me? I feel like this is supposed to be down. Right here. Did we have... What? Let me go see what we did up here. Excuse me. Coughing. And nearly ran myself off the road. Okay, so we had... elevation change. Okay, so it went under the full block there. So let's see. So here... So yeah, it was under right here. Ah, so they did it that way. Yeah. Okay, there we go. That makes sense. That looks much better. And then it continues on the way we want it to. Okay. Gotcha. I see what I did. Sometimes you kind of forget how you did something until you look at it for a second time. There we go. We'll do that. That'll go there, under the full block again, because we want to bring it up to this level, right here. And then this path is going to turn and go this way and back towards the thing whatever, the Nether hub, that thing, yes. So, let me get some more work done on this thing, and I will come back to you. Alright guys, I am back, and I think I'm done with the pathway for now, until I figure out where exactly I'm going to link this thing up. The Nether hub is like right there, but I'm not really sure what tunnels are open and all that kind of stuff. But it looks good. I like it. I mean, it's definitely different, and for kind of trying to make use of the new Nether blocks, I think we did okay. I think this makes a really good highlight block. So yeah, I'm relatively happy with it. Now, there's one more thing that I want to do before this episode is over, and that is I want to head to the Brown District, because I heard a little something from Cubfan that he may have left us a bit of an order. So I'm going to go take a look at that, and I'll meet you over there in just a sec. Alright guys, I am back, and here we are in the Brown District, and my build shop is right over here. We'll be heading there in a minute. I figured while we were here, we might as well check on the Bone Barn and our other shops as well, because you never know. Maybe we got a bunch of diamonds sitting in here. No? Ooh. Hello. That's 18, so Mumbo gets half of that. So that is 9 diamonds. 9 diamonds. That's not bad, and there's still quite a lot of these left. I think the bone blocks are doing... I'm thinking about converting this to just a bone block shop, because Impulse has bones available for free in his farm. But bone blocks are kind of a pain to craft. Like, I mean, basically you need 3 stacks of bones, and then you have to do them one at a time, and it's kind of a pain. But let's see here. We got books and quills, pay, orders. Here we go. Tunnel upgrade. Ooh, I like tunnels. I would like to place an order for a tunnel along the Elytra course to be modified by your fine building establishment. The tunnel is located at -886 Y70. Okay, and the tunnel is currently just hardened clay, but I would like it to become an old abandoned western mine shaft. The only building restriction is that the tunnel must still be passable with an elytra equipped. This means that building will be primarily restricted to the wall, floor, ceiling areas. I will pay generously for a job well done. Well, that sounds like quite the deal. Let me check my other shops here, and then let's head over to that area and kind of take a look and see what we'll be working with. Alright guys, here we are. This is the tunnel, I believe. I'm pretty sure this is it. It kind of comes through right here. Coordinates look right. Okay, so this is the tunnel that Cubfan wants renovated, and I think we can totally do that. I think that's going to be our project, probably in the next episode, actually. So, if you have ideas, he says he wants kind of an old western mining tunnel sort of thing. So, if you have ideas, please put them in the comments down below. But guys, that is going to do it for me for this episode. I'm going to go give Mumbo his diamonds. I got some more diamonds from the Silk Touch shop. There was some stuff that sold there as well. So I'm not broke anymore. I mean, I'm still mostly broke. I'm just not completely broke. But anyway, that's going to do it for me, guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.